The new millennium is time for optimism, for reassurance of hope. It is also a time for reflection on where we're going, how well we're doing, and what we value. We need to reverse the relentless and accelerating destruction of the world around us, but above all we need to change the mindset of people around us. This is the ultimate challenge.
Right, my name is Terry Leacock. I run the education department for Howlett's and Port Lim Wild Animal Parks. These are the John Aspinall Parks, and both of these parks were created to care for rare and endangered animals from around the world. They're breeding centres, conservation centres, with the eventual aim of returning the animals to the wild where we can find safe areas. Originally, Mr. Aspinall, he bought the land at Howlett's to use as a private zoo, and he started collecting rare and endangered animals from around the world. And then the animals started breeding, and he really needed some more space. So in about the mid-1970s, he was looked around for some area of land where he could try and have more space to breed from his animals, because that's the whole idea of these parks. The land and the mansion here at Port Lim came up for sale. The mansion at that time was quite derelict, but he was mainly interested in the land. We've got about 350 acres here and about 75 acres at Howlett's.
My name's Very White and I work with the black rhino here at Port Lim. Now these are black rhinos. There's 5 different kinds of rhinos. There are 2 African sorts, the black and the white, and then the 3 Asians. You've got Javan, the Sumatran, and the Indian rhino. Excuse me. Now the difference between the 2 African ones, the white rhino has a very wide mouth and it's almost like a lawnmower. They just go along all day scoffing grass. Whereas a black rhino, I don't know if you can see, I'll just give her a bit of loose herb. Here you go, girl. You're going to eat this. Just try and show you. They're browsers, which means they eat bush. And this is what's called a prehensile lip. It's like a mini trunk used for grabbing. I mean, we try and give them as much branches as possible. She's had enough of loose animals. You see, it's almost just like she's grabbing it there. In the wild, they'd be reaching up and grabbing at bits of bush. And they're very selective eaters as well. It's quite amazing. They love different. I mean, that's why we try and vary their diets here, because they love. They'll go in the bush, in the wild. They'll go to different bushes all day long, just eating a bit from here, a bit from there. They won't just find a tree and think, great, we'll swath this one down, like, perhaps an elephant or something else would.
The daily routine for us is we come in first thing, obviously, and muck them all out, clean them all up. Then they come in and have a good wash and scrub down, and a bath in the mornings. And we're checking everything, the skin, checking for sores and cuts and knocks and bruises. All their feet are checked over. We sometimes have to do, well, quite regularly have to do foot care, trim their nails and cuticles all around the edge of their nails, and make sure the soles of their feet have not got too deeper cracks in them. So that, you know, we just keep foot rot at bay. Basically, that's what we're doing, which involves slicing bits of the sole away. You know, just keeping things in trim, keeping things level, so that they walk nice and flat and keep the feet worn down. It takes quite a lot of upkeep. I mean, if like now on fresh grass, they get a tray load of fresh grass every day, between 6 of them. It's about, well, I don't know what it is weight-wise, but I mean, it's a tray load of fresh grass, vast amounts of fruit and vegetables, and browse, lots and lots of browse, fresh cut branches. Well, it's branches from the local woods. We've got our own wood where we have a man who's cutting browse all the time. It's just fresh cut branches. I mean, that's the main part of their diet is lots and lots of browse. It's more natural for them than all the sloppy fruit and veg. They're not trained by we take them out on walks and all that sort of thing. I mean, that's another level of training altogether. Basically, they just come out here and be elephants for the day. Go to the ball, get mated. They're here to breed. They're not here to give shows, demonstrations, or anything like that. I mean, we'll answer questions, show people the elephants. People come and meet the elephants now and again, you know, and things like that. But they're not here as a showpiece. You know, they're here to breed.
The future plans are to carry on as we are, to continue the place running as a special breeding centre, and to continue to try and find places in the wild to sponsor wildlife projects, and to find places in the wild where we hope to one day be able to send our animals. Camera's rolling. Camera's rolling.